I've let my son play with the contents of the KiwiCo Count With Me Panda crate for about 7 weeks now. In this video, I break down what I think about the items in this box. Just so you have a point of reference, when I talk about these toys, my son is now 14 months old. Let's start with my favorite item from the box, and it's the book Poppy's Surprise. There isn't anything fancy about this book or even a particularly intriguing story. But the reasons why I like it is that, one, it's an easy read. And what I mean by that is that the pages don't contain too many words. This is important because toddlers sometimes tend to get impatient and want you to flip to the next page. The second reason, while it doesn't have many words, the few sentences in the book not only rhyme, but they're also very memorable. For example, this page reads, 2 Turtle 2, watch out, turtle coming through. The third reason, and probably the biggest factor, is that my son seems to really like this book. He's always grabbing it off the shelf for me to read it to him. Initially, on the first couple KiwiCo boxes, my son wasn't too interested in the books. But the book in this box and the last box, the Listen With Me one, have been a hit with my son. The next item, the shape puzzles, are supposed to help with shape recognition as well as provide age-appropriate challenges to work on problem solving. When you introduce these puzzles, you want to start off with just one of the shape to let them kind of figure it out. The circle shape one is actually the easiest of the three, so that's the one you're going to want to start with. Alistair figured it out actually fairly fast for the circle puzzle. Then we switched it out for the triangle, which he hasn't quite mastered yet. I picked the triangle as the next shape, but the square would have been fine as well. I don't think there's any real difficulty differences between the triangle and the square shapes. There are so many other activities you can do with these shape puzzles besides nesting them. When your child gets a little bit older, you can ask them to sort the shapes by color, from light to dark or dark to light. Another activity you could do with these is place them all in a pile and ask them to locate all the squares, or ask them to sort them by size by locating the smallest of the shapes. While at 14 months old, my son is probably only going to be able to nest them. These puzzles are going to provide a challenge for quite a while. The next item is the cylinder block. While it might look like just a simple shape puzzle, each cylinder is actually different in color, diameter, height, and weight. So of course, in the beginning, your child will probably only be putting cylinders into the base, but later on, you can actually use the cylinders to help with learning about colors as well as different words like tall, short, thin, or thick. The stacking cups are another one of my son's favorites from this box. There must be something about stacking cups as generally my son just loves playing with them. He still hasn't mastered stacking them at the moment. The most he's stacked is 2. Any higher than that he hasn't been able to do. But he is getting quite good at nesting them. While stacking and nesting are fun activities, my son's favorite thing to do with these is actually to bang them together. Which does bring me to a slight disappointment about this Panda Cup in particular. Due to the design, it's essentially a white cup with black paint. Since my son bangs them together, the paint is actually starting to rub off of the ear sections. Although there are numbers on the side of the cups as well as holes or dots on the inside of the cups to help teach a child numbers, I'm not sure a toddler at 14-month-old is able to grasp the concept just yet. That might be something to explore with them later on. The last items inside this box are the counting cards. These cards are actually made very well as the material is fairly sturdy. I say fairly sturdy because it's still only made of cardboard. And I'm sure anyone can guess what happens when you pit cardboard against a toddler. It's going to eventually get bent. However, they do kind of give you a warning on the outside of the box saying grown-up supervision advised. Besides the obvious use of teaching your child to count with these cards, you can also teach them about different shapes, as the back of each card has different shapes corresponding to the number on front. The shapes on the back also have different textures for your child to explore. Overall, I think this Panda crate is a pretty good box, and I'm happy with the toys. It seems that the overall theme is each of these toys have multiple learning stages. Your child can master one way to play with a toy to discover that there's many other ways to interact with them. Let me know down below in the comment section which of these toys was your favorite. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, consider subscribing for more videos ranging from reviews to tips and tricks. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.